podcast, 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 WillyP podcast, WillyP podcast, WillyP podcast, WillyP podcast, yeah! Yo, this is your boy WillyP from the WillyP podcast, talking all things art, all things music. Hope you enjoy. All right, we're recording. We're live.
All right.
Round 3.
Live.
Let's do it.
Ding ding.
Yeah. So, for the third time, how's isolation going?
Isolation is going so good right now.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So I honestly, I couldn't tell you what day or how many months we've been in isolation. I think we've roughly been like restricted for like 5 months. Something like going for 5 months.
True.
Yeah, which is so crazy because I saw you. When's the last time I saw you? In like March.
It was like the second start of this. It was the day just as the second lockdown was happening, I think.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. Stage 3 or whatever.
Yeah, that was wild.
Which is so crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It was so weird when I saw you, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're gonna be the last person, or I'm gonna be the last person you see." Apart from your family for like 6 weeks or whatever, like nuts.
And now it's like another one.
Yeah.
So it's even longer.
Oh no, it's so crazy.
Yeah, so it has been crazy, and it's just been like, I think I've said this to a couple people, and they've also like supported my idea. But when the first lockdown came around, like we're in. Not even like stage 1. It's just like people were told to be 1.5 meters away from each other and just basically don't be a dick. And then there was so many police. Like there was police everywhere. And because I live really close to the CBD, and I live near a really popular street in Melbourne, Chapel Street. And there were cops patrolling constantly. Like there was at some points there's more cops than like civilian people.
Wow.
But so I was like, what the fuck is stage 3 and stage 4 going to look like? Like there's going to be like army rolling down the street. Like I thought that's what it was going to be like. There's less police visually.
Oh yeah, there's something weird going on. Hang on 1 sec. Okay. Keep talking.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, now we're good. All right. No, we're back.
All right,
we're
cool. We're back. All right. Are you good?
Yeah. Now we're good.
I can hear myself.
Oh, it's
okay.
my headphones are being whack. But anyway, we're back. But no, that's crazy. The police and shit. Like,
yeah. But now they're sneaky. They're all undercover, so you don't see them as much. But like the other day, I saw this. You know those like really small cars that only fits like 1 or 2 people. Like really weird. Yeah. This car just pulled over in like the middle of the street, and I was like, what the fuck? And this cop just like got out and told a guy to take his hazards off. His hazard lights were on. And I was like, oh, you sneaky bastard. Oh, no one would think there'd be cops in there.
Damn.
Yeah, it was so weird.
Oh,
but
shit.
like, yeah, so it's just getting used to, like, I'm obviously not sneaking out or doing anything, but you know, it's just like, oh,
you still
like
call
when you go to
yeah. Oh,
it's like
I know
when you go to
the
airport. Yeah, you know, when you go to the airport and you have to go through like security, and you're like, oh, what if I have drugs on me? It's like, I've never done this.
Yeah,
before.
exactly. It's
what
like
if
that,
they're on me?
Oh, I know. It's like that thing where you like you can't say like the word bomb, and I'm like, okay, I can't say the word bomb. Like, no.
But I really want to say it right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's it freaks. Oh, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it's just like weird shit like that. And then because we're in curfew, like, which I don't think a lot of people know, but like outside of Melbourne, but we're in curfew at 8 p.m. Everyone needs to be home unless they're going to receive or give care, or they're working.
Yeah.
And then even if you're working, you have to have a permit to say that, yes, I am an essential worker. This is why I have to work. So like unemployment and everything is just crazy. And that obviously affects people's creativity. And I felt super uncreative because I was working in retail, and then retail is just gone in Melbourne. Like Melbourne's going to be so different.
Yeah, fuck, that's crazy. Yeah.
But like halfway through lockdown, I got another job, which I'm so thankful for. And
that's a rad job, by the way. It's a very cool job.
Yeah, it's cool.
That is actually a sick job.
I love it.
That's mad.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Do you want to tell people about the job? I reckon it's exciting. I
Yeah.
reckon it's good. It's fucking sick. Yeah. Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know a couple tattoo artists just because I'm an
Famous.
artist.
You're famous.
I'm not famous. I'm not famous. Anyway, but my artist who's done my forearm sleeve, he's also tattooed my dad and my stepmom, so it's like really cute and wholesome. So we've always had like a friendship. And then I just reached out to him and I was like, hey, like, I lost my job. Do you know anyone that needs like a personal assistant or anything? And now I'm managing him and doing his bookings and looking after all these promotions and stuff, which is really fun because it's like I get to play with someone who has a bigger platform than me, and I get to do all these different things I wouldn't be able to do.
Yeah, rad. That's platform. Sick. So do you control like his social media and stuff as well? Or is it mostly just like his like bookings and that?
I do both.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Cool. So he still does, like, he can do whatever he wants, but I usually, you know, I do his posts and then I have stories and some messages and stuff. But that's cool. That's cool. Dude. Yeah, he's a cool boss.
Yeah, that's mad. Oh, that's so sick. So what have you been listening to? What have you been pumping in isolation? So yeah,
so I've been pumping a lot of July Talk. They just released their new album. And it is insane. It's very like good. I don't know if everyone needs to like stop after this podcast and go and go onto Spotify or like whatever streaming services, and you need to listen to July Talk.
I'm gonna do the same. Yeah, shit.
They're fucking insane, dude. Their new album is mad. Listen to Governor's Shadow. It is insane.
What's their sound? What's the vibe?
That's the thing. So I think they've had 3 studio albums. I'm pretty sure they've had 3. The first one was really like blues roots rock.
Yeah.
And it was the guy, there's a male and a female singer, and the guy singer just has this voice that I've never heard before. He just has this crazy like growler voice, like just insane, really deep bluesy.
Yeah.
And then the girl juxtaposing him has this, her name's 𝕲𝖊𝖈. She has this really beautiful, light, airy, like head voice. It's insane, and together it's just magic, and like their stage presence is just something that I aspire to have. But yeah, so their first album was like really growly, bluesy. Second album was more kind of indie punk rock. It was more, it was harder. Yeah, it was harder, and it was just an amazing album, really amazing album. They found themselves in their second album, and the third album is like this very like mellow indie kind of sound, which is just like complete opposite of their other 2 albums. They still have these beautiful melodies, and Leah really took, I think, like a step ahead with her singing and her lyricism in this album. It's crazy, dude. It's really
Did they record that in ISO, or was that dropped like just before like
the last album they dropped was in 2014. So they have been making this. Yeah, they've been making this for a while. I'm not sure if they were doing it in ISO. I'm pretty sure they had it done before then, and they were planning to have a tour. And but yeah, obviously isolation happened. They're in Canada though. So
everything good's in Canada. Ugh.
Everything. There are some gnarly bands in Canada.
Yeah, literally all of my favorite bands. Well, not all of my favorite bands. Most of them, like Death from Above. I fucking love that.
Yeah.
Oh, like Pop are in Canada, and like but then Justin Bieber's from like Canada as well. It's like I don't know.
Some people would argue that's a really good musician, but
I like his new stuff.
He's successful.
Yes, no respect. But
no respect. They produce some gnarly musicians.
Yeah,
for sure.
Jealous, so jealous.
Yeah, I think they have a really good arts program. Like the government has a lot of funding for them.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, July Talk does a lot with them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I've been listening to a lot of that, and then Marilyn Manson released. Yeah, he released a single, which is like the title track for his new album, We Are Chaos, and it is nothing like anything he's ever released before. It is so strange, and the video that comes with it is also just so strange that you're just like, it really works. It's very smart marketing, because you're just left sitting there after you watch it like, what the fuck did I just watch? And then you watch it again and you watch it again.
Oh, dude.
But something that I found that he's been developing through his last 2 albums, at least, is working with acoustic guitar and working with other writers. So he's been working with this really well-known country singer and producer who's worked with a lot of country artists.
Because was that the title track? And I could be wrong. Was that the one with like the acoustic guitar, or was that a cover?
Yeah.
Is that that one? Oh,
no, We Are Chaos. That's their song.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's just so different. It's really different. And there's the themes that he's talking about. It's not just like a lot of his songs had heavy themes around, sex, violence, drugs.
Yeah.
And he's always looked at like darkness and the dark psychology of the human psyche. But now he's looking at like, we are chaos. This is what we do to the planet, but we're also beautiful. And I was just like, I did not expect this message to come from Marilyn fucking Manson.
100%. Like, because I remember,
I'll take it.
no, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, because I remember back in the day, like, because he was on the Matrix soundtrack and stuff. That's how I kind of originally found out about like.
Oh, really?
And stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And and I went to Soundwave when I was like 13. Oh, was it the last one?
I was there too.
Yeah. And like
it wasn't the last one. Green Day was the last one. I didn't go.
Yeah.
Green Day was headlining.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I was like, ew.
Because I was like such a new metal kid then. I was like, oh, I was into like heaps of like pop metal, like I love like Bring Me the Horizon and stuff like that. There's this band called Crown the Empire.
Sleeping Sirens.
Yes, I went through that phase. But I love this band called like Crown the Empire, and they were on at the same time as Manson, and it was in this like hot shed. It was like 40 degrees, it was like super fucking hot that day.
I remember.
It was ridiculous. And it was funny, Luke was there as well, but we didn't like, we both knew each other. We were there. Luke's the lead singer of Lazerlips. You should go check them out, they're really good. Also I'm in the band as well. But we were both there, and we knew we were both there, but we didn't see each other. Like, we didn't even bother to like hang out. And so it was kind of funny.
You guys are rude.
Yeah, I know.
I have some stories from Soundwave.
Do tell.
Yeah, I have a Marilyn Manson related story, but like I'm gonna tell it, but no one call him out because I don't even know if it was him. Yeah. But basically, I went to Soundwave, whatever year Marilyn Manson was playing. It might have been 2012, 2013.
Yeah, something like that.
And I went with my older cousin, and when I got there, I met up with 2 friends of mine, which were a couple, and then I went into the crowd with them, and we were like, we gotta get to the front. So we got just behind the mosh pit because I was like, I don't want to go in the mosh pit. I want Marilyn Manson to see me. So I was like such a obsessed, like freak. Like I had Marilyn Manson written all over my school books. I was like, I was just hardcore.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And I was like scanning the crowd, and I found the tallest dude I could find, and I was like, hey, come over here. And then I got on his shoulders, and this fucking dude like kept me on his shoulders for like the whole set, which must have been like 25-30 minutes or something.
Oh, respect to this guy.
Yeah. And then my friend, she was on her boyfriend's shoulders, and we had like little, I was so bad, like we were like 13, please don't do this is not a good thing, but we had like flasks of vodka and like cigarettes, and we were like, look Marilyn, like look at us, we're so cool, like so embarrassing. Yeah, anyway, so I'm on this poor dude's shoulders, my girlfriend's beside me, and then we had brought bras, and we got them, and we were throwing them at the stage. And then I'm pretty sure we threw it, one of them hit Twiggy, which is Marilyn Manson's ex-bassist, and we were like, oh shit, it hit Twiggy. It was so funny.
So you guys brought bras from the shops just to throw at Marilyn Manson?
Oh, they were our bras. They were like, we didn't, but we threw our bras at Marilyn Manson.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, he starts playing Sweet Dreams. I'm fucking screaming, like I'm losing my voice. I'm going nuts. I'm like about to have like a panic attack. I'm just like I'm so hyped up. Nice. And then this security guard just comes out, and he has this hose, and I was like, he better not fucking spray me. And then he's just
Oh,
looking
I
at like
remember
certain
those.
chicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just like looks at chicks in the front. He's looking around and he sprays me. And I had like when I had my long red hair not long ago, I had that when I was 13. And I had this long red hair and I was wearing a white crop top.
Yeah.
This dude sprays me. My red hair starts leaking, and so it looks like I'm fucking bleeding, and it's like going all over my top.
Oh,
and it's
shit.
So bad. I'm so pissed off. Like, why did
Oh.
he fucking spray me? And I'm pissed off. My hair starts leaking on this poor dude that's still holding me up on his
Oh
shoulders.
no.
Oh my god. Yeah, and so it was just so messy. The show ends and I'm just like vibrating. Every part of me is vibrating. I'm just like so pumped up. And then I see the security guard coming over to me and I'm like, oh my fucking god, he sprayed me. Now he's probably seen me smoking and drinking and he's like, this is not cool. And I was like, I'm gonna get arrested. I don't know what's happening. And then he stops me and he's like, you can come backstage. And I was like, what? And then I realized that all the chicks that were getting sprayed were so they could come and find us after. They look for the wet chicks and they can come backstage. They have been So they'd been chosen by someone on stage or backstage to come back. And then I got to the side of the stage and they were IDing people, which is smart. That's why no one called Marilyn Manson out or whoever. Like it could have been anyone backstage. I don't know.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Where's your ID?" And I was like, "I don't have one. I'm 13." Because I thought he just wanted, to meet me. That's such a dumb bitch. Anyway, and they were like, "Get the fuck out of here, kid."
Oh shit.
So that was the time I almost got backstage to meet Marilyn Manson or someone.
Whoa! Don't tell 𝕲𝖗𝖊𝖆 shit.
No, they weren't together then.
Shit.
They weren't together. He was with I think he was with Lindsay Usich, which is my girl crush. So
oh shit, I don't know who that is.
I doubt
either.
she would watch this, but I love you, Lindsay. I'm so sorry. It probably wasn't Marilyn.
Oh, that's
it was probably
wild.
definitely somebody else,
Oh, that's so
okay.
wild. Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
And then I met not Kiss, Caius. You know the band Caius? Yeah, I met Caius. They were really fucking nice.
Oh,
really
I
nice.
love Caius. That's sick.
Yeah, they're really nice. And I met some other people, and there was just so many.
Who from Caius? Like
the whole band.
So you met Mr. 𝕲𝖊𝖆.
Yeah, the whole band was there. They were doing a free meet and greet after. It was really nice.
Oh, I wasn't that. That's so cool. I was no way that cool. Fuck. That's so awesome.
Everyone could have met them. Soundwave was the shit.
Oh, it totally was.
Yeah, they had a really good set.
Yeah.
Really good set.
Shit. Because I went and saw I remember I was regretting. Well, now I'm regretting not seeing Manson and instead of seeing a pop punk band. That was very bad. But I do not. The one thing the one thing I do not regret was I went because I think Slipknot and Smashing Pumpkins were playing at the same time, and I chose Smashing Pumpkins over Slipknot. But but only because I love Smashing Pumpkins, but I doubt Smashing Pumpkins.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I had so much beef. Right.
The Smashing Pumpkins.
I have beef with Marilyn Manson because he played the Melbourne show, right? And then he went up. I think it was Queensland, Soundwave Queensland or something.
Yeah.
Which was 2 days later after Melbourne. And so I don't know if you know, but Marilyn Manson and Smashing Pumpkins have had a feud from the 90s, and they have been fuck. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
They make up in Melbourne, and then they go over to Queensland. I'm not sure if it's Queensland. I think it's Queensland. They go over to Queensland. Marilyn Manson and Smashing Pumpkins do a set together at Queensland, and guess who comes on stage too? Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I've seen that.
In Queensland. Not Melbourne. Queensland.
Because I saw that footage on YouTube of him playing I think it's Beautiful People, and I was like, that's so sick.
Yeah, Johnny Depp's a really mad guitarist and singer.
I know because I saw that in high school and stuff, but it was so weird. So I was like, no way, he plays guitar. I thought he was just an actor, a swaggy actor. But then it's fuck. He needs to bring out a solo record. That'd be so sick.
Call out Amber Heard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait, what's Amber Heard? What's that?
That's his ex-wife who
Oh,
faked
really?
abuse. Yeah, and she was actually abusing him. Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
shit! Because I remember he had that thing with the didn't he had some dispute with the Australian government about like bringing dogs
Yeah,
into like
him and
Australia.
his ex-wife. Yeah, they
Yeah.
smuggled their dogs
Oh,
in,
what a
and
silly
he was
sausage.
trying. Yeah, he was trying to tell Amber no, and she was like, "I have to have them with me." And then the government was like, "We're going to put your dogs down if you don't send them back right now."
Oh, and then they go and like dog Johnny Depp for that because I didn't realize that it was like his
He got
bag.
fucked, dude. The reason he wasn't in the last Pirates of the Caribbean is because of all the claims his ex-wife made, which have now been proven false, and they're in a court battle at the moment, which Johnny Depp's brought against a journalist, and Amber Heard's involved in that. So
Oh,
they've been over in London.
screw her, man. Johnny's so cool. That sucks that it happened to him. That's oh man.
Poor
Shit.
judgment.
Poor yeah.
Poor judgment on both of their parts.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I have some more. I have some more questions.
Okay, go.
Hang on. Here we go. I got a whole bunch of them. You better be ready for it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Uni. Are you still doing it? And what's the deal with uni? And you're doing a business course, right?
Yeah, I'm
Business?
doing a business degree.
Are you going to use that for like music stuff, or are you just kind of doing that for like more of a like just a backup career, or I don't know? What's the story behind that?
Okay. Yeah. So I go to university. I'm a full-time student, and I'm doing a bachelor degree majoring in management. And yeah, so I've also done a diploma of business, which I completed in 2018.
Ooh, congratulations.
2019. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's a diploma. It was all right. It was pretty simple. But yeah, so originally when I came out of year 12, or my last year of high school for non-Australians, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to be a rock star. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. It's not going to be hard for me. I'm going to work hard, but it's not going to be that hard. And I'm very thankful now in the current climate that we are in, that I did a diploma and that I'm doing a degree and I have this backup with me. Because if I didn't have that, like, I wouldn't have anything basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a backup, and it's also cutting out a lot of the middlemen. A lot of musicians, because they only know their craft, they don't know the business behind music, which is huge and sometimes bigger than the actual music part. In certain aspects, you need to know how to market yourself. You need to know how to look after your income. You need to know how to pay your employees or pay your band members. You need to know how to talk to people. And so that was really important. And the more I learned at uni, the more I realized how fucked over myself and a lot of the other musicians around me were getting by venues and gig bookers. Which is
no, 100%. Like, it's a weird thing, like, because I remember when like Lazerlips sort of first started playing gigs and stuff, and it was like this like thing where it's like if you didn't like bother to like email them back or like go and talk to them, like they just wouldn't give you like the money and stuff.
No one will chase you.
Yeah. I mean, which I guess is fair enough. Like you have to kind of chase yourself for like the money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, it just seemed a little bit. I was like I don't know. I thought it was like support musicians as much as you can. I don't know. I just thought it was a bit more of a, like it just seemed. I thought it was a bit more of a. I don't know.
It's super sketchy, man. Like especially with everything coming to light now and all these venues. There are some. I'm talking about venues in Melbourne specifically, but there are venues in Melbourne that really do care about the live music scene, and they really do care about musicians. And a lot of the time, they are musicians, and they've opened up these businesses, and they're working 3 or 4 jobs just to keep this place open because it's their passion and they love it. And I totally understand that. But there are some venues that are so fucked up and they don't pay the artists and they do dodgy shit to try and get out of it. So
no, 100%. Like, definitely. It's weird. It sucks too. It's like, I mean, but there's also the other thing too. It's like they're all like struggling at the moment, but then it's like, it's like, well, like, I don't know who's good and who's bad, I suppose. But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
No one really
yeah,
knows.
you know, there's two sides to every story.
Yeah.
But with my business mind, I guess, opening, I can see why they're struggling, and I can also understand and appreciate it. But then I also felt hurt because there were some venues that were calling out to musicians, to their community, that they have ripped off completely, saying, okay, cool, now we're in hardship, give us more money, give me more of your money, even though I didn't pay you, even though I didn't pay your friends, even though I ignored everything, like, give me more money. And it's like, how much do you let people get away with that?
Jeez. Because I'm just saying, like, I mean, it doesn't happen very often, but I have heard like a few stories from mates who are just like, they'll even ask for like money and stuff, and it's just like, oh, we'll give it to you soon. And
give it to you soon, or they come up with hidden clauses, and they're like, oh, well, you didn't bring 100 people.
Yeah,
you didn't bring 100 people, so we're not paying you. And it's like, where did I sign that I have to bring 100 people for you to pay me? I wouldn't show up, you know?
Yeah,
like,
100%.
You can't even have 100 people in your venue. Like, that's ridiculous.
Right. Yeah.
So
true.
It's just super dodgy. And a lot of artists, they don't know, and they're playing for their passion too. Like, we love to play. That's why we love to play live.
Yeah.
But there comes a point where it's like, am I going to constantly renew this cycle of abuse, or am I going to look for other options and try and help artists that don't understand? And that's where a lot of older musicians get really pissed off with our age group, because we will do it for free. We'll do it for free, or we'll do it for a bar percentage, which is really low. And
no, 100%. And like, I guess it sucks, but I guess, like, I mean, it just seems like you have to learn the hard way, which is shit. Like, I mean, I agree, it shouldn't happen.
That's
but
life.
It just seems
that's
like you just have to like as soon as you find a dodgy venue, you just don't play there anymore. But there are heaps of cool venues in Melbourne. But I know what you mean. There are a few
very cool venues.
There's a few. There's a couple of dodge ones. But it's
like
cool.
with everything there's dodgy people and everything. But
and I'm sure there's plenty of
venues.
musicians too that have like tried to stitch up venues.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Stealing gear and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like, that's
100%,
that's totally
100%.
I'm
missing, actually. I lost my I have this gig bag that had like a bunch of like really nice cymbals in it that had been missing for ages, and I don't know where they are. And I don't remember the last time I used them either, but like there was a few like real nice shit in there.
Where did you last play? Was it with Swim?
No. They've been missing for a while. Probably like a year now or something, but it was just like one. It's a really nice Istanbul cymbal, and I have no fucking idea where it is. I might have just have it. It's probably like, I don't know, under my bed or something. But like I can't find it, and I was like, what happened to it?
I've had friends that have had their guitars stolen, and other bands stealing other people's stuff.
I couldn't do that, like, because like someone's guitar, it's like they're you know,
it's like their child.
It is. It's weird. I don't know if you have the same thing, but in high school, I was like, oh, I just want to have like the latest iPhone, like latest phone, so sick. Like, I just want to get a new phone. I just want to save up and buy a new phone. Life would be perfect. And now, like, my phone started breaking down. I'm like, I don't want to buy a new phone. Like, I can't be bothered with this. I'd rather just spend it on like musical instruments. And it's just like a pain to buy a new phone. It's like, oh, I really don't want to have to buy a new phone again. Whereas before, I was just like, oh, I just want an iPhone.
Can't wait.
Yeah, exactly. No, so
totally,
basic.
Yeah, I totally know.
More questions. Actually, here's a good one. It's a little bit personal. What are the like, I guess, the positives and the negatives that you've noticed about being a lady in the music industry? Like, have there been some like good things that maybe might be an advantage over like a dude, or like, I don't see it bad things too, like I guess it's a bit of a loaded question, but
well, it's like, you don't know where to start. I guess if you're looking at benefits that you might have over someone, usually, especially with gigs with organizations or with companies, within their business model, they might have stated that in events they need a certain percentage of female performers to say that they are diverse. So if there's something like that, if there's a gig where their committee for whatever that did the gig said that we need to have half or more of the performers need to be female. Okay, cool. That is, I guess, an advantage. But looking at it in another way, you'd say, is it an advantage, or is it just people becoming more aware that there aren't enough female performers being put in front of you?
Yeah.
And then it's like, you look at people might listen and be like, oh yeah, well, what about Doja Cat, and what about Ariana Grande, and what about this and that, and they're up there, they're front. I'm talking about my community. I am not signed by Sony. I'm not signed by them. I'm not up there.
Yeah.
But when I look at like the Melbourne rock or Melbourne metal and punk scene, I don't see many women. I see a lot of all male bands. I see a lot of male lead singers, and I'm not saying that's wrong.
Yeah.
That's fine. You guys can have that, but I would like to see more women, and I think they don't think that they are tough enough, or they're strong enough, or they're good enough to be the face of a band. I see a lot of women coming up and being bass players and being drummers, and I'm like, that's awesome. Like, that's so cool that women are taking up this. Okay, like when we look at our friends, like at Earl Grey Breakfast Tea, you look at Izzy, like, that's awesome.
Yeah,
dude. That's fucking mad.
They're having a new album out, by the way. Check them out.
Yeah.
Is it out now? Yeah, I don't know when it's. We'll do it. I'll plug him. I'll plug him later.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and then I have other girlfriends that I'm meeting. And I think that just being a woman now, I think we're starting to break out of it. A lot of women are kind of scared of other women. We feel like this weirdness, like, oh, like we're both women in this scene, but there are a lot more men around us. Like, are we meant to talk, or am I meant to stay with my guys and be cool with my guys and fit in with these guys? And then there's also just that I can be tough on stage. That's fine if I'm tough on stage, but when I'm off stage, I need to be nice, and I need to be polite, and I need to like talk to everyone and deal with everyone and let them, run all over me. But they don't do that to the guys. And it's just like,
it's weird because, like, in my experience, like, I started going to like metal shows around it's probably like 15, 16. I started going to a lot of like metal stuff, and it was weird. My first over 18 concert I went to is a band called 68, a two-piece band. So sick. I was so good. But it was weird. Like, there was this there was like a few like there's a girl band that came on like before that, and I was like, oh, sick. Like, I don't know, I kind of expected it to be like, oh, this is gonna be like a pop punk thing or whatever, and then just started ripping it. I was like, whoa, like, this is sick. But like,
you don't expect it.
But I kind of had to look at myself too. I was like, well, fuck, like, why was I surprised by that? Like, that's kind of bad that, like, I just assumed it would be like that. But it was really cool too to see. And it was like, it seemed like also from probably like 17 till now, like, the more hardcore shows I go to and stuff, like, girls are like rocking up and they're like right up front. Like, even in the crowd, it's like fans too. Like, I went and saw Every Time I Die with Luke, actually, ages ago. It was probably like 2 or 3 years ago now. I think I was still in high school. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But and there was like a bunch of like girls there and stuff. And I was like, fuck yeah, like, this is sick. Like, everyone's like moshing and stuff and like rocking out. And it wasn't even that, like, I just didn't think that like girls really like liked that kind of thing either. I was like, oh, like, fuck, sick. Like, girls are into hardcore. Like, yes.
Yeah.
And
cool.
it kind of like blew my mind. And then, like, I guess discovering, I guess it is kind of getting better in some ways, but yeah, it's weird. Like, I love like Pagan, and I love like High Tension.
Pagan's awesome.
Like, my favorite, I think, I'd say High Tension probably like my favorite hardcore band, like in Melbourne. That's sick. But yeah, it's wild. But it's really good. Like, it's becoming more of a thing, 100%. But I know what you mean though. Like, with what we were saying before about like the fact that there has to be that rule, like, is a bit like, it's like that kind of sucks that has to be. I mean, it's getting better and that's good, but it just kind of sucked that rule even became a thing in the first place. 'Cause it's weird too, obviously, like, and I've noticed it more in a live sound thing than a musician thing. But like there seems to be a bit of a weird thing in like the live sound thing too. Not like in the higher up, I don't think anyone, not that I've seen, but like in like the kind of like lower stuff where like I don't know, I see people put up stories on Instagram, like a few girls are doing like sound stuff and they're like, oh, like, you know, guys like been like not thinking I'm good enough and stuff, and it's weird going to like call arts too. It's like it's so weird that I mean, we had a few girls in our sound course and they were fucking awesome, but it was really weird. It was like, why is that kind of not more of a thing? Yeah.
And there are not enough diverse, even when we're looking at the female population in music and in sound production or in performance, there's not enough diversity within that. There's not enough diversity in age and race. We're not looking, there's not enough people from the LGBTQI plus community. And I just don't think that sound production companies and people that are hiring these tech people are going outside of the box. They're just like, oh yeah, here's this one guy, he does sound for this venue, this venue, this venue, this venue. Let's just get him in, rather than putting in a bit more time to support this bigger community. And I think like when we're going back to crowds and live venues, even when I started going to like metal and punk shows, I was going with whoever my boyfriend was or my friend. And I would just be like, oh, okay, cool. I'm the girlfriend here. I'm not here to participate. I'm just here. I'm enjoying it on the side. I'm not here. And then I was buying into that idea of that's what my role is. And I never thought that I would be able to be a front woman in a hardcore band. And I never thought I would be able to scream. I never thought I would be able to explore this part of me that I just thought it wasn't for me. I thought that I would have to be a pop musician, a folk musician, or I could maybe go into blues. And that's what I had been doing, and that's where people had been leading me down. And even now, people are still waiting for me to start working with a DJ and start doing pop music. I fucking hate it. Like maybe one day I will do some of it, but just because I don't sing pretty, but I am able to sing pretty, and it does sound nice.
You're way more hardcore than that, man.
I don't like it that much.
Shit.
And it's really annoying because people do expect you. And I have regular gigs with the city councils and stuff like that. And every single time, which I really appreciate and I love it, and they will probably watch this and I'm so thankful. But there's a lot of people that try to censor me in my sexuality, censor me in the way that I write, censor me in my background, in my history. And I don't see that with my peers. Like I remember I did a gig once when I was 17 and I had one song that was vaguely about like coming of age and finding my sexuality and love and things like that. And they told me, you can't sing that. And I said, okay, all right, I'll sing this pretty shit song that I don't feel good singing about and I don't feel good doing it, but you want me to do it, so I will do it. And then this male rapper came on and he was allowed to say everything he wanted. He was allowed to say, I fuck bitches, cash money, hinting at drugs, which is fine. You can do that.
Really?
That's your art. You're allowed to do that. But why am I censored and you're not? Why is that allowed? Why is that okay? And now, like, also, I'm still completely on my journey. Like, I am only 19. I think a lot of people who don't know me, who are in my inner circle, think I'm like 24 or something. But yeah, I'm 19. I'm still learning. I'm learning what I can and what I can't do. And at the moment, I'm learning more about what I can more than what I can't. So I'm learning that every time I record a new song, every time I write a new song, I'm learning that I can go harder and I can go stronger and I can perform better. And it's just because I'm breaking out of this box that has been built for me. And I've been told to sit in that. And I'm just saying, fuck you.
Wow. I'm so surprised that, wow. Wow. I'm surprised that happened. That's so strange. Like, it's so weird. And like going back to the sound stuff, it's weird. I mean, when I said like I haven't really noticed in bigger stuff, like when I started working at JPJ, like there's a lot of girls that work in like high up stuff too, and actually like one of the girls, she's like same age as me, she'd working there a little bit longer, and she pretty much like taught me everything. And but it's this really weird thing where it's just like like it's not even like there's always going to be people that are better than you in everything. So like why it's just weird how like dudes like I don't know like would get like jealous over like, oh, this girl's like is like knows shit about this or whatever. But it's like there's plenty of dudes and women that know better shit. It's I don't know, it's just weird. It's like if it was a dude they'd be fine with it. It's just like what the fuck? But it's just so like I don't know, it's like so backwards. But I mean I like it's totally like getting better. And I mean personally like I haven't really like seen much, so I'm very like grateful for. But going back to like when I was a kid, like I just didn't know that like girls were into like hard shit. Like I just, and then until they started rocking up and like moshing, I was like, oh, like really, like I just didn't know.
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
And I was the chick experiencing that. I remember when I went into my first mosh pit and I was like, oh fuck, I'm not meant to be here. And then I found with the punk community, like I found that they are accepting of everyone.
Yeah.
And so I was there and I was just there. I was there. It was fine. It was okay. And I was supported, and like that's what mosh pits are about. And then like going to local artists, look at Emil and the Sniffers, look at Amy. She's a mad front woman. Like she's insane. She's amazing. And she says at the usually at the beginning of every show, you fucking look after people in the mosh pit. And if you smash someone down, you're an asshole. If you smash someone down and you don't pick them up, and you're just in there to bash people. Yeah,
like, it's mosh etiquette. That's like mosh etiquette. Is to pick
that's
people
number one.
Up. Yeah.
Yeah, you can bash people as much as you want. If you're both bashing each other, cool. But you pick each other up. If you're just there to punch chicks. Then you deserve to get bashed out the back. And that's what will happen. I think that's the only thing that we can do to get rid of those scummy dudes is just to
it's so weird because it just seems like, I mean, it seems overall everyone's good, but like it just seems like it's weird that there's still the few people that like would
there
do
are
that.
bands, there are entire bands that live on that culture of the boys culture that are like that still, and it's disgusting. And there are bands like that are small in Melbourne that think they're the shit, and they're like that.
You're not. Yeah. Oh, wow.
You're a bunch of pussies.
100%. Well, yeah, exactly. I went to a show. I don't know. You know Frank Carter? Do you listen to Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes? I don't know if you listen to them. It's like Ranger dude from the UK, and he screams. It's really, you probably like him.
I know who they are. Yeah, I know who they are. Yeah.
And anyway, Luke and I saw Luke's from Lazerlips, by the way. They have an EP out on Spotify. Check them out.
You have 2 EPs out.
Oh fuck yeah, we have 2 EPs out. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, it was really cool. Like he was like the main guy was like, all right, everyone, like for all the girls out there, because I guess he was probably thinking of, you know, you said you were like intimidated and stuff about going in the mosh when you're like little, and he was like, oh, like all the girls like get up on people's like dudes' shoulders, like and get in like the mosh and stuff. It's like this song's for girls and stuff. And it was really cool he did that, because it was like, and also the fact that like he was an outside act, like he's not a Melbourne local at all. But he was like, all right, like this is like time for the girls, like everyone like kind of get up on your shoulders and stuff. And it was really cool to see, because it was like, oh, like fuck yeah, like agreed, like they shouldn't be like intimidated or whatever about moshes or anything like that. But I can totally see why it's like that as well. But yeah. Well, that was a good question. Damn, I'm glad I wrote that down.
Good.
Oh, what else have I got? Oh yeah, best band memory.
Like the M Swim.
Yep. Or in general, it can be any of your bands, or just a musical thing that happened that you were like, or that you've written down, or I don't know, like whatever, really.
So band memory, it would be St Kilda Festival.
Yeah,
for sure.
And
probably like combined with that would be when I was asked. This goes back to when I was last year. Yeah, like beginning of last year, I was really questioning myself, and I was questioning my music, because I had come out of I was still in Flora, but there were problems within the band, and there was just lack of communication, and different members wanted to do different things, and it was like, oh well, let's combine everything we want, and we just didn't know how to do it. And I was very confused, and I felt like I wasn't able to do what I really wanted to do. And it wasn't their fault. I just didn't know how to say that, and I didn't know how to do it. I had to learn how to.
Yeah.
And then it was a period of time where a lot of people were telling me that you can't do this. You can't do hard rock. You can't do metal. You can't do punk.
Watch
you can't
me.
do alternative. Yeah, you can't do that. That's not for you. You need to do pop. Or you need to do blues. And I remember in high school, like my music teachers, like they had all the best intention, but you know, they were just like, yeah, you're a blues singer. You're a blues singer. And I'm like, but I'm not a blues singer. I don't write blues music. I don't know how to write blues music. Yes, you are. And you're also a folk singer. You play acoustic guitar and you're a folk singer. That's what you do.
Because people are really subtle about it too. Like I noticed, like people like they like, oh yeah, I know what you mean. Like they have the best intention.
Almost.
Yeah, it's like this weird like. I don't know, they just like automatically when they're talking about it, like pigeonhole you into that thing.
Yeah, and they dismiss you. They dismiss you. You know, I remember I would write lyrics and I'd be like, these lyrics don't need to be sung quietly. This is how I feel. Like I'm aching. I'm angry. My heart hurts. I need to be louder. I need something that matches me, and I need a band that can support me and understand what I need to express.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't finding that around me. And then Flora got a gig with Lazerlips, and I met you and Luke, and I was like, oh my God, like these two dudes, they are just like, you just click like that. You're just like, okay, cool, right, we're going to write a new song. And before you even start thinking, you guys are just playing something and you're in tune with each other. And you know, you don't even have to say, all right, we're going to the chorus. Just look at each other, and it's like, okay, chorus, all right, chorus now. It's chorus now.
Yeah.
And I had never experienced that. It always been a lot more difficult, and it could take weeks to write a song. And then with you guys, it was like 30 minutes.
We were very lucky. Like we, I mean, because we first both started playing like guitar and drums at the same time. And like, we're like very lucky in that fact that we just kind of like, it was weird. But I remember we first started playing, like it was like, we didn't even like think of like, oh, let's start a band. It was just like, it's like you do when you're like, hey, let's come over and like play video games. It was like, hey, like bringing a guitar, like I guess we'll like try and figure out this like song or something. Like that's really what it was like. It's like, oh, let's just like hang out. And so it's very lucky. Like we kind of got that like experience of like just jamming together. At a young age.
Yeah, you guys grew up together, like musically.
Since grade 3.
Yeah. And I've moved all over the place. I've always, I had a, I guess, difficult childhood, so I never had like that root, and I never had music lessons or anything. I had my first singing lesson when I was 17 or something like that.
Yeah, that was literally one of my questions. I was like, how the fuck like did you learn to do that?
Yeah, okay. I'll go back on track with St. Kilda Fest, and then we'll go back. Basically, I got a call, and the St. Kilda Fest organizers were like, we want you to play St. Kilda Festival. And I was like, okay, fuck. And they were like, you can play. I was like, do you want me or do you want the band I was in? And they were like, no, we want you. You can choose who you play with. And I was like, okay. And the band I was in, it was just so messy. We were really messy. They were great dudes, like really talented dudes. We just weren't gluing, and the communication was bad. And we all wanted to do different things. And it was just like, there was a lot of people in the band too. There was like 6 of us, which is just a lot to manage. And so I made the decision for myself that I'm going to take my own path. I was like, fuck this. I'm not going to do folk. I'm not going to do pop. I'm going to find whatever I do. And then I did a gig with you guys, and I was like, I'm going to steal them. I was like, I'm going to steal Lazerlips.
And it fucking worked. It totally worked.
And Luke, the lead singer of Lazerlips, who's the lead guitarist of 𝕲𝖈𝖊, he was so not for it. He was like, no man, like I'm in Lazerlips, like I'll have a jam with you. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking steal. I'm gonna steal this man. I did. And I never knew that like you two are like my actual best friends, like my best friends. And I just hadn't had that before, and I've never had guys that I've been that close with either. So it's just really fortunate. We got together, we made 𝕲𝖈. Harvey came in, who I went to high school with, and we all gelled really
he's
well.
Hilarious.
Yeah, Harvey the
Harvey.
bassist is
He's
so funny. Oh my god, he made Sleepfielder Festival so special.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, it was just super positive, talented, driven musicians that were happy to explore what I wanted. And you guys are like, okay, cool, this is what you need, we're going to support you. And I just hadn't had that before.
And we were super stoked too, like, because obviously like, we've been doing like Lazerlips kind of thing and like our aesthetic and stuff, but it was just cool to like try like a different thing as well as like the shit that we're doing, you know. So I was like, fuck yeah, like this is sick. Because in your band, like, did you guys were you guys like quite tight or and still, because the reason I asked that, it was like, because I don't know, I mean, for Lazerlips it seems like it was super important to like have a like everyone to just be friends, like everyone to just like be on the same page and just like be buds. And the same with 𝕲𝖈 too. I think that's why I was so bad, is because like we're all buds,
we're all really close. With my old band, we like, I was really close with I was pretty close to all of them. Like we were all friends. I was close with some like with Nick Lazar, the bass. I was pretty close with him. I was pretty close to Josh, the lead singer. I was close with Alex, drummer. I was close with Zach, who was rhythm guitarist, and I was close with Julian.
Julian, the synth player? You had a synth player.
Yeah. Pretty boy Julian. But like we were all friendly, and we were all like close, but not super close, but like close enough. But yeah, there was just, everyone wanted different things and everyone wanted to explore different things. And I think it was definitely poor communication on my part, because they would be like, I want to do this, and there was totally something that I just couldn't do or didn't want to do, and I like had no idea what they were doing, and I was just like, no. So I think that I know that Josh is in a new band, Great Scott I Forgot, and he's able to explore things that he wants to do, and he's doing his own music too. And same with Nick, he's in a new band, and he does like play-in sessions. I'm not sure what Alex and Zach are doing, and I'm not sure what Julian's doing, but like I think we're all
that's awesome. That's awesome.
But definitely not like 𝕲𝖈. It was 𝕲𝖈 is a completely different experience for me.
No, 100%. Oh yeah, so I remember that first jam sesh. That was so good.
I'm not a very I don't get, what's the word? I don't get what's the word? It'll come to me, but like seeing you guys play, I was really like, I guess insecure. I was insecure because you guys were so tight. Yeah, you're so tight, and I was like, I'm not that tight. And even when we were singing, just automatically my body was like, you louder, faster, harder. You need to go louder, faster, harder. This is the music. This is what you want to do. You want to do it. You need to do it. And then my body was doing it, but I wasn't trusting it. And then in like the first couple like recordings that we did, I was like, I'm not trusting it. Even in our single, I could have done so much better, but I wasn't trusting it. And now I'm really beginning to really trust myself and trust that I do belong here. This is what I'm doing. This is who I am. I don't need to pretend to be anything or pretend that I'm not something. So,
100%. It's so funny that you say that, because like I remember the first jam session, because I remember when we first saw you play and you were like screaming, and so I was like, fuck, this is
that was the first time I ever screamed on stage.
Oh really?
That was the first time.
Oh really? No way.
And it never happened. Never happened before. Wow. First time.
No shit. Because I was like, I remember with the first jam session, I was like, fuck, like this is sick. Like hopefully I'll be able to play this heavy. Like I don't know. Like,
this is my body wanted to do it. My body was just like, this is what we're doing. And now it's like I don't feel pressured to sing quietly or to sing loudly. And now I'm happy that I can explore different things within our genres of our band. And that's why I think our album's going to be insane.
Yeah.
It's going to be really cool.
So sick. Is there anything else you want to explore, like creative, like any other, like I don't know, maybe down the track be like, oh, it'd be cool to do like a little side project for, I don't know, some other genre? Like, is there anything like that I don't know, another itch that you're like, oh, I really want to like?
Not right now. Like I do, I would like to go to America, and depending on where we are in America, not right now, obviously, but down the track, I'd like to go to America, and I'd like to go like Tennessee.
Nashville.
Tennessee, Nashville. That is the home of, you know, blues rock, country rock.
Yeah.
I would
Third
be
Man
really,
Records.
oh my God, Jack White. Oh my God.
That's actually one of my questions that I wrote down. I was like, what's the deal with you and Jack White? That's literally one of my questions for after this. So get ready.
All right, we're gonna go there.
Yeah,
we'll go later. Yeah, no, so I would love to explore that, because I can sing blues really well, but I haven't been able to figure out how to play guitar that great. That's something I really want to explore.
Yeah.
Besides singing, I want to become better with my guitarmanship, because I just don't think it's up to par. But also that's my own insecurity, and also feeling like for a long time, the where I was making money off my music, where I was able to make a living off my music, was by playing, you know, pop music and playing these nice quiet songs that I hated performing. I felt sick after performing it, but people liked it and it was making me money. And so I think I'm just healing from that, especially through isolation. I've been healing through that and really trying to improve myself and be able to play. I don't know if I'll ever be able to play like Luke, but, you know, I just explore things like that, which I've never been able to do. So
yeah, no, 100%. Like, I'm the same actually, like with my my solo thing I'm writing, like, because I'm like, I usually like, I'll write like a guitar riff first, and then like I'll go do vocals, and like I'm a bit worried because I'm like, oh, like how the fuck am I gonna be able to play this guitar part like with vocals? Like, ugh. Yeah, it's tough. Like, I'm like, respect to like every front man that plays guitar out there, because it's hard.
It is very hard.
Yeah.
You have to control two things and make sure it sounds good and gels.
Oh, 100%. I really want to delve into like, after I've delved into a little bit, but after I've done like my rock stuff, to do like electronic like music, like not necessarily like DJ stuff, but more like just like making like cyberpunk. I've listened to
industrial. I've heard some of it. It's cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Like it.
But yeah, that's probably gonna be like my next project after this.
That's cool.
You'll hear much more about that on this podcast. Don't you worry about it. But yeah. Oh yeah. So the Jack White question. Why? Okay. When did you get into him? Is the first one, and tell me your Jack White experience.
Okay, so my dad luckily had really good taste in music. So I grew up listening to a lot of like Beastie Boys, and I grew up listening to Tool, and I grew up listening to the White Stripes, and like the Gorillas, and all kinds of good stuff. So when I first heard the White Stripes, like even my little sister, my 6-year-old sister, they have a lot of beats that are really catchy, and it's very easy for a small little brain to be like, that's cool. Originally, I wasn't infatuated with Jack White. I just really liked the music. And then as I grew older and I started understanding, you know, what the songs are about, and starting to have a grasp on the kind of skill level you have to be able to perform that way, and to be able to create. And he doesn't just like sing and play guitar. He sings and plays guitar. He records. He makes his instruments. He makes his pedals. He makes the fucking records. Like,
he's in like 5 different bands.
He's in control of like every single aspect of the songwriting process, and he must be a control freak, like totally control freak. I can totally see that. But and so then as I grew older and I turned into a woman, I was like, God damn, Jack White do be a bit hot though. He's a thick boy. And I was and so like some of his songs are just so beautiful, and they really spoke to me. And so it just this like just infatuation with me and Jack White has grown. And
Yeah.
I remember this year I had a whole plan for at the beginning of the year before Corona. I had this whole plan that we were all gonna go to Nashville and we're gonna fucking hijack Third Man and we're gonna record, and Jack White's gonna have to meet us. I'd probably faint. Like I would probably faint, and it would be so embarrassing. Or I'd be like, I flew halfway across the world to meet you. Like something weird like that. I would do something weird, super random.
I feel like we all would. Like, yeah.
And he's probably so used to that. Like that must be like every interaction.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's safe to say like everyone in our band has a crush on Jack White for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just love him. Like I love his solo stuff. Oh my God, just everything about him is just magical. I also, but he's a control freak, and realistically, if I got over my infatuation with him, we probably wouldn't get along. But we always butt heads. Or maybe we'll get married and have children. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe he should just marry the whole band.
Yeah.
All of us.
Luke and I have said we'll share him.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, we said we'll share him. But yeah, no, he like started I think I looked up to a lot of older guys that I really liked and became infatuated with, and I think that started with my some people would say a problem, some people would say it's good, just like liking older dudes. Not really into people my age.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Shit. That's
kind of Jack White.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, because I have you seen It Might Get Loud? Have you seen that documentary?
Which one?
Is
that the podcast series?
No, it's like a
no.
It's like a little like short film thing. Oh, it's about an hour and a half.
Okay, no.
But the first scene, it's like him, the Edge, and the guy from like Led Zeppelin, and they put them all in a room,
Really?
and they like all just like talk about guitars and stuff, and
really?
it's so sick. But the first scene is like Jack White's like, because it's weird because they all have like really different takes on it. Like the Edge is like super like pedal driven, and he's like, oh, the riff just has to be simple. Like let's just like fuck around with the stuff. And then Jimmy Page is just like a mix of both. He's just like a fucking badass with like all of it. And then like Jack White's really cool because he's a lot more like raw, and he's like, no, like it doesn't matter if it's like a little bit out of tune, like just like work with it and whatever. I guess it's his kind of philosophy, which is really cool.
He excels flaws. If there's a flaw, he will heighten it. Like his pedal design. His pedals they're not pretty. It's not like a wah. It's not like a little bit of distortion. A lot of it is really like wiry and clingy, and it's to make this really fucking loud, piercing in your ear noise.
Yeah,
it's so weird,
good. It's like if he does have a pedal, it's like, all right, we're gonna put this on full.
It's
like,
it's sick, not like a lot of like you see a lot of wanky bands. Even small bands, they've got these giant pedal boards, and it's just got all these wanky pedals that.
Let's sound like aliens.
Yeah, like not even that, just like a minuscule effect, but it's just look at all my pedals, like look at my pedals.
Yeah.
But Jack White, he won't have some crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
But the pedals he has are for this huge effect.
Very tasty.
Uses them, he uses them really well.
But it's interesting too. Like, I mean, because going from that, and it's like the other extreme, which is like Radiohead, for example, and it's like and watching that documentary was really interesting too, because it was like seeing how like someone creates with, and I guess there's no right way to do it. And I totally see what you mean about people like showing off their pedals. But it's cool like seeing like someone like create like lots with like effects, and like that's like their main thing. Like it's like we're really effect driven, and like how far that can go. But then also like, I mean, it's like Jack White, how he like, I don't know, I guess he kind of like makes accidents turn into like fucking sick stuff. And it's like the both sides, like really cool. It's like, it's really cool for that whole like Radiohead, like perfect, everything's perfect thing, which I love. But then there's the Jack White stuff too, which is like super raw. And it's like making mistakes, but then he makes it sound sick. It's like cool.
He doesn't work with a set list when he's playing live. It's not like, okay,
that's
cool,
another,
this is what we're running with.
Yeah.
He feeds into the crowd, and that's why most of his concerts, it's no phones. You're not allowed to have a phone because he feeds into the crowd. That's how he performs.
Yeah.
It's not like this studio produced, like each to their own, it's fine. But you know, like the giant pop stars that have this whole concert that's lip synced, because they've produced this giant stage performance where they're dancing constantly and blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah, and you can have your phone just like that the whole time. You're watching the whole time through your phone. There's nothing personal about that. There's nothing personal. There's no connection. You're watching some stage show. You're watching a music video. So Jack White's the complete opposite of that. And I really admire that.
It is weird, that whole phone thing though, because it's like it's almost like it's not even the for the show. It's like, I'm here to show off to everyone.
Yes.
Like it's kind of strange like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's nothing worse when someone posts like 30 fucking videos of some shitty sound quality concert. You're in like the back row and you're like, fuck yeah, Eminem or something. Like, it's so annoying. Everyone hates you. Stop doing it.
Oh, 100%. Like if you take like a little video of like a little snippet, it's like fair enough. But yeah, I know what you mean. There's people who's like,
and there's nothing more awkward. Like even when we're playing, well, I'm not playing in front of 10,000 people, but when someone's just standing at the front and they're just like that, it's fucking awkward. And you feel awkward because you're like, oh, where are you posting that? What are you doing? What are you filming?
Yeah, 100%. And it messes up your performance too, because I guess like Jack White's whole thing too, I suppose it's like really feeding off the crowd. And if you want to see a good White Stripe or good Jack White show, like you have to be having fun too. Like you have to be engaged as well, so that they can make the performance better, so that like everyone
the more you engage, the better the performance is going to be. 100%. That
would be my advice for someone who's never gone to a show before. I'd be like, take one photo or a small video, and then just go and mosh for the rest of the time.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely. Don't stick it in my face.
Yeah, exactly. Next question. What is your best live show you've ever been to? Like not something you like play, but like a gig. Like it's your best gig that you've gone and like paid money to go see a show. I know it's hard. I can't even answer my own question. I'm gonna need time to think about it.
Okay. Well, like big bands, the best ones I've seen. Well, I saw Marilyn Manson, and then I've also seen Slipknot, and I've seen Metallica, and that was really cool.
I'm so jealous you saw Caius. Oh,
Caius was awesome too. They were really cool. And I saw this band called Red Fang at Soundwave, and they're from America. Yeah,
they're from they're sick. They're from the desert, man. I'm pretty sure.
Desert.
I'm pretty sure they're from like Palm Desert. Because there's that whole thing. I know they have that sound, but anyway, so good.
Yeah, they are really cool. They were awesome, and it was like I'd never heard like that stoner doom rock before. Like I'd never heard it. I never heard guitar that was that like grungy, doomy, and I was just like, they were awesome, and they were definitely fed into the crowd, and I reckon at least half of the crowd at their gig didn't know who they were beforehand, but they were like, I don't care, this is awesome.
That's so cool. You got into really like stoner and doom at a young age, because I didn't get into like that stuff until probably like I was like 17 or 18. Like I didn't really start listening. Like I could listen to doom 13. And stuff.
I was 13, I think.
That's so cool.
That was really cool.
Yeah. Oh shit. Because I love Caius. Like, because I think I went from, you probably love Queens of the Stone Age as well. I went from them, then I just kind of started like going backwards and stuff. And it did take me a little while though, like because the riffs were so good, but then I was like, I don't know about the vocals. And then I think because I kind of got into like other doomy stuff like Red Fang and stuff like that, and I was like, that's kind of like the thing. And then I went back to it and I was like, actually the vocals are sick as well.
They were really
so
cool.
Good. Yeah.
Really cool.
Riff Kings.
They're dope, man.
And and Eagles of Death Metal too. I got into them. This year. They're sick as well. That shit that happened in Paris was fucking ridiculous. God damn. I don't know if you heard about that. But everyone thought they were a fucking metal band because like, it's Eagles of Death Metal.
And it's metal.
It's funny. I remember when I heard about it, my mum woke me up and she was like, like some metal band like had like this like terrorist attack happen, and I was like, like metal band. And then I was like watching the news and stuff. I was like, they're not a metal band.
You're not a metal band, Mom.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a poser.
Yeah. No, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Such a good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Thanks for shit, dude. We've been talking for like an hour and a half. This is a solid sesh.
Yeah, I think a lot of our talking was redoing it though.
Yeah. Third time lucky. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to shout out or?
I guess shout out to my safe word is murder.
Yeah.
We have we have albums and an album and some singles coming out soon, hopefully.
I had no idea.
Yeah. And then shout out to okay, so if you want to follow me, you can follow me at That One Wicked Girl on Instagram. I post and talk a lot on there.
Yeah.
Thanks for
I'll
having
put
me,
you on the
dude.
YouTube link. Yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe, and what is it? Comment
hell yeah.
below. And what do I say when someone's in the? Oh yeah, your Instagram will be in the description. Got it. I think that's everything. I'm so good at this promotion.
Thanks so much for having me. It's
Yeah.
your first guest.
No worries. Yeah, welcome.
That's
welcome.
so cute.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, I'll hopefully this recording's working. It seems like it is. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.
All right, sick. Thanks so much, Pam.
Bye.
Bye.